Well, I hope I'm here. There's always like a weird delay sometimes. Here we go. Live. Okay, hi you guys. Let me say hello to you. Teresa Du was the first one signed in today. Hello, Forest Dwellers. Hi, Caroline Wade. So glad you're here. We get Canada love, you guys, when we come here together. And Marie and Constance is excited when she can make the live. Hi, Charlie C. Sage of Fire. Hi, Melinda. Hope you're doing well. Robin E. What else do we have? Lisa, Shelby, Patty, Renee, Just Joy, Beth, Sherry. And I know I'm afraid Nat is upset because it's opening night of hockey tonight and her team is playing in about a half hour. Mine already played. So that's why we're here at this time. And in actuality, I was planning I may be switching my time to earlier, like before the hockey games, around like 5 or 6 p.m. Central, depending on, and then we'll do 7 o'clock if they're like playing on the West Coast. But anyway, so that might be coming up here. You guys, I am so charged up. I feel like a live wire. And for the past 20 minutes or so, I've got Taylor Swift screaming through my head. And so I don't even know the words to most of her songs, but I could just hear like her huge, I feel like I'm at that concert. What's going on here with Taylor Swift? Mars. Yeah, it feels very powerful and Marsy. Mars is in Scorpio. Ooh, is this perhaps the theme of tonight, I wonder? Hi, Kath. Hi, Lori. Free Spirit. Carrie. Emmy. Go sports, go. Yeah, there's lots of sports going on now. I love this time of year. And also in the spring, like when all the sports are going. Am I doing it right? Yes. That's all you got to do, Emmy. That's all you got to do. Hi, Cynthia Pierce. Hi, Teresa. Okay. So I will be honest with you guys. I have not really paid attention to much of the news, mostly since we last met last Thursday. I was surprised. Both my kids were able to come home this weekend. And so that took a lot of time away. I have that second video. It's posted. I have to finish some details and get that done with all of your questions. The second part 2, it'll probably go up tomorrow. Has a lot of the questions related to the insanity of last week. And I'm just trying to think off the top of my head what those topics were. Nope, I erased it. But it had a lot. Oh, I know about safety, an attack. There were a lot of questions about the protests on the 18th. And did Donholio have, another episode last week? And when we did the live, I shared with you guys that horrible health teroscope I did on him because it did not look good. And the thing is the quarter moon last week, this combination of Libra Capricorn is always very difficult and compromising for Donholio. He always stumbles or maybe gets impeached, that type of stuff, or his taxes are finally released. He does not do well at all. And so leading up to this full moon, he was kind of missing for like 4 days. And I believe the actual full moon was last night. So we are taking full moon energy with this moon in Aries as we head to the next quarter crisis moon. And that will be in Capricorn. Nope. That will be in Cancer, Libra. So I would expect more stuff to come up around the U.S., more stuff, and oh boy, and the way Jupiter is hanging out there, we'll get to that, okay? So I have not paid attention to a lot of stuff. I know all the crap that's going down in Chi-Town, the voted the best big city for 9 years in a row. I forget who that's through, but Governor Pritzker posted that. And then it looked like Governor Newsom won something today. SCOTUS didn't hear something yesterday. Donholio seems like he's really trying to amp things up. I saw, we need a new name for Bondi, okay? I need a new name for her. Saw that she was at a hearing today, and my goodness, is she such a sour puss, and I'm being so nice about that. But they're caught, and something else happened today. Personally, I'll tell you that in a second. But they seem like things are kind of at a standstill. Like everyone is so fearful about, oh my gosh, can we do him for 3 more years? And it's like, can this cabinet do 3 more years? And it just feels like it's just about ready to crack. Like, yeah, I'm hearing cracking in my ear, like cracking and like ice calving, with the icebergs. It's just kind of, I'm feeling, I'm hearing that so loud, and in the background we've still got Taylor Swift going. But anyway, oh, maybe she has an awesome announcement to make. Maybe. Hi, DCP, Delphian, Zane. Jess Joy, she got ripped today by Congress, as she so deserves. Karmic. Yeah, she looks guilty as heck. She is aged. Oh my goodness. Bondage. Miller's plenary comment. Okay, so I'll tell you guys, I have not looked at this chart until now. It is really, really interesting to me. Oh my gosh, there's so much I want to talk about with that. But then I was like, let me print some more charts. So I printed one for what's going on at Ramstein Air Force Base, because at the very top and the bottom of the chart, we've got something very interesting. We have Donholio's sun. So whatever the big reveal with our naval bases are active about related to Donholio, at the bottom is his moon. And on the ascendant, we have Venus and, 23 Virgo, Pisces. And this is, again, we've got this huge grand cross going on. And today is Putz's birthday. But I want to know, we're looking at Donholio's sun at this full moon reveal over Ramstein and what they're doing over there in Europe. And here is his moon, his health. This feels lead heavy, if that's even a word. And this has got him in the crosshairs. They're also eclipse points. So what's giving Ramstein life? There's a secret about muddy women and the opposition opponent. This really feels like they're just trying to stabilize things here. There's that Mars card again. Well, I did have it like this, but you know what? This Mars card came up for earlier today. All of a sudden, I had a really high-pitched sound in my ear, and I was like, maybe it's not anything, but then I could hear Spirit saying, Regina, it's time. I'm like, what? So I ran upstairs, through terrascopes, and that pitch, the signifier was Mars and aggression. So I will talk about this in a little bit, because this is really, really interesting. So Mars, action. Mars is 10 degrees Scorpio right now. Mars in Scorpio, it is watery, so it tempers that fire and impulsivity we might see, but it will in Aries, but it will, can lead to frustration. But the thing is, Mercury just moved into Scorpio, and I am telling you, going undercover, having X-ray vision, and perfectly hovering over a target and knowing what they're going to do before they do is kind of the specialty here with this Mars action going on. And Mercury is like at the tip of the spear of this long-standing yod. We have Neptune 0 degrees Aries, Uranus 1 degree Gemini. Holy crap. And they are pointing fierce. What's the... And that's Donald's ruling planet. Show me. What's going on with Donald's ruling planet Mercury in this setup? The sun. The big reveal. They're focused on the sun, which is this dear leader. Him, yes. The substance of who he is. What's anchoring this shad? Military at Ramstein. Temperance reversed. So Temperance we would often see with Donholio, his networks, and how they would take information, create disinformation, create propaganda, create something out of nothing. But this is reversed. It's like I almost feel like this is known, and it's like they're countering that. This Uranus overseas. This you guys, this 4 of Cups kept showing up. I did that video about the red flag country and why it's so important. Well, there you go. They are focused on red flag country. Maybe how Donholio is mixing stuff with red flag country. This is also 7th house. It could be opposition or allies, but it's pointing to a reveal about Donald. Ooh, and the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, we are just really working on some perfect timing. But I threw these cards because I wanted to know exactly what's going on with Ramstein in Europe, because Donald's sun and moon are at the top and bottom of the chart. So at the top, this is the full moon Aries reveal. Oh, the 2nd house owning. Look at that. Hello, money, assets, income, things that you possess in the 2nd house here. It says look to the 2nd house. That is exactly where Mercury is. And the sun. So that is what they're focusing on. Are you really? Yes. And there's been a noticeable shift, I think, with the military and our defenses. Just saying. I'm going to get to that in a second. Anchoring this chart is Donald. His moon. The moon represents the physical body, your emotions, your reflexive habits. Well, it's on its side, which I think Donald's not doing too well, and they know. I see Venus a lot of times as it relates to health, and just kind of like the yin and the substance of the body and all the things that fill in the spaces of the body and the organs, and just how it's really the health of something. That's how I've been feeling through it for about the past month. So they know like his health is not very well, and this is what they're focused on. What's giving life to this chart, which has Donald in crosshairs. 12th house escape. I want to ask if this is Donald's. No, this is my RRR card. Russia, Rubio, Riyadh. What the heck is going on over there? Is this the opposition? And Mercury, the plan. So, whose plan? This is, what are you looking at this with Russia, Rubio, Riyadh? The Knight of Cups. That's an American who made some deals. Like what? This, but let's look at Russia, Riyadh. Oh, that's still there. Okay, so Knight of Cups, I am going to think that is an American Rubio, And that other guy who keeps going off to the Russia and using Russia's translators. What's that guy's name? Anyway, so support of America, it could be Rubio, it could be that guy. I don't know if he's an ambassador. The Page of Cups reversed. The Nine of Swords. I feel like they are negotiating information about people. Like, you know, I am totally getting information again about their enemies. This is more information about their enemies. Is this trafficking? No. This is like intelligence about people, the Nine of Swords, and terrorizing people around the world. There goes my throat. And so this is them, you know, who he's committing treason reason with. The Moon card, you guys, you know what that is. With me, the Seven of Cups, this is the challenge. Okay. They're talking about sharing information about people, terrorizing, surveillance, etc., etc. The problem that here's the cloud of suspicion. Hello, Neptune. And the challenge is using deceit and deception to transmit Six of Swords information from the United States. They completed their deal. They're sending it over there. I don't know if they're going to get anything in return. And this Moon card, you know, this is kind of like the pings. That usually there's the towers here. And, you know, it's just this relationship that's been ongoing with Donholio and all them since his first term about sharing information back and forth through another person. Because ultimately, you guys, the red flag country is one who always, always, always benefits from any decision Donholio makes. I mean, you look at the farmers. And like I said in that video that I just did, when did I put that out there? Yesterday? You know, everything comes back to them and it fits with the Steele dossier. Okay? So this, you know, this is concentrated on people. I see no queens. It's not concentrated on other countries. I don't see like any Eight of Wands or like Nine Pentacles worrying about security. No, they are laser focused, like that Scorpio Mars they're just hovering over a target. And that is just way more information I was expecting. Yet, how are you guys doing? Wickgoff, thank you. Zane, yep, Stinky Pants chart ruler is indeed his son. He has Leo, yes. Oh boy. Yeah, it's just, this Pluto Aquarius is just effing him up so badly. And I think it drives him crazy because he can't finagle or work his way around it. Electra, will we ever be part of the ICC? I feel maybe down the road. Kegseth is too drunk to realize how much trouble he is in. Oh my gosh. And I just saw something like random Donholio ranting about Jack Smith. It's like, really? Really you want to go there? You know, you must have found, something has been found out, you guys. Something has definitely shifted without a doubt. And Ramstein seems to be kind of on it. And the thing is, here we go. This is in the Russia. Putin's sun is conjunct the ascendant. We have the moon, the people, his opposition over here. He has been, hasn't he been like randomly just kind of like hitting, like there's been a lot more dead Russians who were part, I don't want to say the cabinet, but you know, leaders, whether they were military or not, or oligarchs or within that network. You know, I hate, okay, protect my energies. I hate reading on him. I just want to know the sun expression in those people he keeps capping it, you know, capping a bullet in their behinds or whatever. This is him. And why are you doing this? There's that Mars, it's still there. I've left it there. So this is his sun. he also seems like can only do so much. Like he's operating in a, he's got limitations here. Leo, I will. How about that? I think the Russia is a rising Leo country. So he's, yeah, I'm all it. My opposition, I just got secret hitmen. Secret hitmen, and these are hitmen all around the world. I've got this 20, Jupiter's at 23 degrees Cancer. That is conjunct Donald's Saturn. And it is going to move and wiggle its way into that magical 24 Cancer Donald's kryptonite degree space here really soon. So Jupiter is expansive. You know, Donholio likes to restrict things, block people from things, but doesn't have the magic touch. And that is hanging over this reveal with this full moon in Libras, and it's the Mercury, it's the deals. Yep. Okay, and then the last chart I did, because I just wanted to show you guys something really quickly. This is a full moon, Libra, Aries. We're always going to be tied to the red flag country and that area in the northern hemisphere because they're exactly opposite of us. Like, see here, that full moon Aries for them, the sun is in the 10th house. The sun is exactly opposite in the USA in the 4th house. Their moon is anchoring this chart, and the moon is in the skies above DC. So it's like if there's going to be some relationship going on with red flag country, it's always in a significant relationship relating to how we're governed and how we have our sovereignty. It's always going to act out like clockwork. It's like almost impossible for us to not have that relationship. Okay. Get it? Get it? Hi, Internet's granddaughter. It's okay. Oh, yes, please like the stream. The Epsi estate is going to blow the lid off. I know. It is so bad, and it is coming. Jules, ever after. Seriously, why can't some system stop this massacre of our country? Because it is, if you want to call it asymmetrical, but it is an asymmetrical war on our nation that's been ongoing. And now those guys are in charge of everything. Oh, Milley. And any countering to that has to be so well thought out and careful if we're going to do something that we've never done in our nation's history. But it's like, it has to happen. That's the only that is like the only option we have. And I think it's going to get pretty ugly here. But this is why they made bribes legal. So anyone around the world can give, like, any person in government any kind of money. And that's why it's so easy for those guys to just, you know, the money says, give up your power to Donholio. But it's not going to stand. But it is very uncomfortable. It is very difficult to live and breathe through. Part of the reason why I have not been paying attention to the news, because overall, I just, in the big picture of things, I never get that gripping, terror-filled feeling of our future. I used to have that a lot during his first term, but this term, it's just like, okay, come on. We know how this goes, and I just want to hold that note of knowing that we're okay, because then we flood the zone of that type of energy. So we light the way, so people are compelled to do what should be done. Okay, I know I am on my soapbox. What? Her book? Her book is out on the 21st. Oh, I think that's when the sun goes into Scorpio. Damn. Pluto, we have to rebuild our country for all. Yeah, that's what this Pluto return is about. You know, it's the Pluto has come back around. The first time we got rid of a king, we said everyone is created equal, and now our feet are going to be held to the fire on that one. That is the only direction we can go. We're done with this nonsense of, you know, white supremacy and all that crap. We're done. We are rebuilding it. We have been in this rebuilding phase from our cosmic core since 2022, and you know, all the other crap that's going on. Electra, is Chicago ready for the troops that are there from Texas? I think so. There has been a change in the air. And I feel like it favors Illinois and Pritzker. Okay. The fight going on with Chicago. Aha. We have Neptune. And Neptune is anchored on that yod. Isn't that interesting? At the full moon in Aries, this is conjunct the top of the chart. The deception, the lies, sacrificing migrant people, people of color. Pritzker and Illinois. They are truly of service. Virgo analyze. They're looking at this from every single angle, thank goodness, with this yod pointing at Mercury and Scorpio. Wow, this really spreads out in so many multiple directions. Wow, whatever they have planned. Okay. Hello, Ring. Hello, Jeffrey. He just stands there like so eager to see what's going to happen with the ring. Okay, so this is my ring. If it goes up and down, it's a yes. Side to side is a no. Sometimes there's an angle, but we figure it out. And Jeffrey's my guide. First of all, is Chicago going to be okay? Is Chicago going to be okay? Is Chicago going to be okay? Yes. Is Chicago ready for Texas, their National Guard? Is Chicago ready for Texas National Guard? I'm getting a feeling from that National Guard in Texas. There's a couple of them that are like, woohoo, we're going. But overall, they're really disgusted by this as well, and they don't want to be here. Chicago is ready. Chicago absolutely is ready. Okay. Melinda, I'm on the soapbox with you, Queen. I have the same knowing feeling, and I'm not feeling anything like I did. Right? Nothing at all. It is stunning how totally ridiculously calm I've been. And I don't mind sending out that vibe to the universe that Donholio doesn't bother me. All of them don't matter. They're gone. Poof, they don't matter. And so I'm getting a really strong sense of that. But let's go back to this today, because I'm kind of like, what's going on here? So today, what's going on? So today, I'm outside, walking in the yard, and all of a sudden I hear that really high pitch. I haven't heard it in a long time. You know, like, as clear as day, I have not heard this in quite a while. And for me, usually that would always trigger me to look. It's like the universe is saying, look deeper, be aware something is happening, or like a decision has been made. But it's been so long, I was kind of like, maybe not. Maybe this is just... And then I got Regina, what was it? It's time is what I was getting. So me. Oh boy. Pluto, Regina, it's time. Okay, time for what? Oh boy, you know who had Pluto? Milley. Okay. So I'm going to back up. We need to talk about Milley because I've been seeing images of him. So you guys know I love General Milley. And he has come to me in different images in different times in defense. And when I speak about General Milley, I'm also speaking about people who are like him in that role. But he's like the only person I know. So that's why I use his name and use that focus. I mean, it could be someone like him. Okay? So I would say before this full moon, maybe a week or two ago, it was definitely after CK, Charlie. It was like he would show up to me, and it's like, you know how when you're talking to someone and they have like their pet on a leash and the pet keeps pulling them and yanking them, but the person you're talking to is paying attention, but they totally have control of, you know, like the dog on the leash. Well, it wasn't a dog on the leash. It was like this giant lasso with like a lot of people in there. I want to say tens, maybe 100. But it was like all these people were in his lasso. And he's like, yeah, I got it. What are you talking about? Like he wants to have this conversation while these guys are poking around. And then so like then last week, I got this image of him that I just did not like at all. Because I'm like, I left you with a lasso, and now I see you, and he's pinned to the ground. Oh, maybe that's it. He's pinned to the ground, kind of like ice has him on the ground and is putting those zip ties on his wrists. Okay, and he was like down like that. He was just like, man, I got caught, kind of just agonizing. But then today, when I have this high pitch go off, Regina, it's time, then Milley pops in my mind. You know, he's on the ground, you know, but it's like he lifts his chin up and he looks at me and he winks. And he's like, ha ha, and like, I'm free. So that was the it's time thing. Okay? And so when I got to Milley, after I threw all these terrascopes, this is what was feeding his wink. Pluto, transformation, beginnings, endings, changes. And it definitely feels like there's been a change. Did it show up anywhere else? It did not show up as a signifier. It showed up nowhere. Okay. Milley's wink. Ha-ha. Venus, we've got the goods. What does this mean? Wink to Pluto. And Pluto, what's getting transformed? Oh boy, here's that Six of Swords. Isn't this what Ramstein was focused on with that terrascope that I did? I swear this was I swear this was part of that yacht. I'm getting, yes, that was part of it, okay? So what does this have to do with that? Okay, and those cards came up as 7 of Cups and 6 of Swords, you guys. You can't make this up. So I wish I could go back and see that, but this is what it was. This was for the challenge for Donholio's pals and trying to get them the information they want through deception. So that's what this relates to. And this relates to what? Oh boy, here's my yes card. Yes, what? What do we want? Absolutely positive what? Oh God, there's jail. Absolutely positive. Absolutely positive what? The Two of Pentacles. Is this the... Yes, this is the evidence, the Two of Pentacles, of how data and money and things going back and forth. And it's time. Okay, it's time. It is time. There's another image. I've been seeing like a hurricane in the distance getting closer. It was closer today, but now I feel like it kind of backed off. Then I wanted to know if that message, Regina, it's time, how it related to Donholio as POTUS. He was solar eclipsed. How it relates to the military, and then Chicago. So I think Chicago is the tipping point for what's going on. And I just got a great big yes from Milley. Okay. Wow. How are you guys doing? Hello, Denise Brierly. Renee, I don't have the ability to go protest since I'm homebound with my disabilities. Only thing I've heard really is that everybody is getting pulled over for everything. Okay, Renee, all those people, you're at home, flood them with light and protection, put them in pink bubbles. And even if they pop, they still are protected. And that's light and airy, so it like lifts them up. Okay? Even if they get pulled over, keep them in that bubble of protection. Oh, thank you, Joni. Emmy, time for what? Revolution, lunch. It's whatever they're working on as a counter to this. It has moved into a new stage, if you will. Do I see anything of concern for the presence of troops in Memphis? How long have they been there? Because I'm not hearing anything about it. Troops in Memphis. Okay. Show me Memphis. I am getting that they're not really there for being all troopy, but it's a way to exchange money and things with the government. It's more of a transactional nature, that whatever's going on is being hid behind that. Solar eclipse. Because this is coming up with Donald getting solar eclipsed. So if Donald is getting solar eclipsed, okay. Okay, the Memphis troops. Are the Memphis troops being used as a disguise for something else? Is that being used as a disguise for something else with the state, local governments, and, DOJ? Yes. This is like, there's just such a massive exchange of, I can only guess money, but it's does Memphis have a role in Donald's escape plan? Does Memphis have a role in Donald's escape plan? That is a yes. I think they're using money or something. I don't want to say it's to get away, but you know what? It might be also the people who... Is Memphis... Is Memphis part of the getaway? But is it also... is it protecting the corruption? Oh, God, I got a big, huge yes. The corruption going on in Tennessee, I got a big, huge yes. And I just see... what's her name? Marshburn. What is her name? And her messy hair. Yeah, this is planning for people in the South to protect themselves, get their money, but blame immigrants, because what else do they do? Holy crap. Okay. You're involved in the... Oh my gosh. That's right. Involved in the Abrego Garcia thing. Hi, Queen the Empress. I've missed you too. Blackbeard. Electra, even if Trump gets away, he is not going to live long, you guys. I don't think he'll get it. Marshburn. I was calling her Marshburn. Okay. She's okay. This Memphis nonsense is about something else, you guys. Can we talk for just a moment on what a disaster this is for Donald? I mean, I did the one on the Terrascope on his health. He was MIA for 4 days. He had another incident. But here's what is lining up for him. You know what? I have to draw this. So the way Donholio controls things, the way he controls things, he attacks things, he kills things, he intimidates things, the things that he's weirdly obsessed about, his just, I don't even want to say the word fetish, but just all that craziness and being obsessed with himself, that power, that stream that's always going and just doesn't ever seem to let up. That is his Mars, 10 Leo, and his Pluto, I think is 26 Leo. In this house of secrets, hidden enemies, hospitalizations, jail. It's supposed to be a space of curing. But that is not... Oh, that's why he's got regenerative powers. He keeps coming back. I got that. Okay. But this is the thing that seems to come out of thin air, and then it attacks someone. So remember, this is hidden things. So if this is Leo and this is Cancer, he has his Mercury is 8 Cancer. Then we've got that Saturn at 23 Cancer, and his Venus at 25 Cancer, and this is his kryptonite degree. You guys see that? So the way things are supposed to go, this is how the energy acts out just in a given day, because you know how I always talk about the rising sign, what gives life to the chart. Well, what gives life to your day? Like when you wake up, well, your planets, because the Earth is spinning, also continue to give life to whatever's going on. And this is just like the pattern that plays out. So his pattern here, like we're just going to pretend like this is east over here, even though I keep spinning this. So it's my very poorly spinning Earth. So this is like in his day, this is what he does. So he like makes a deal. Here's the Mercury. makes a deal with networks. The kids come and help out. Saturn, Venus come in. This is my authority. This is how I obstruct. I will promise something, but like I'll never deliver. But then if he thinks you're being an a-hole and you like counter him in this way, look at this gap here from 25 Cancer to 10 Leo. It's like 15 degrees, so there's like a delay. You get powed. You get destroyed. That is why they're always like, he will destroy you. That's how the energy plays out. But Pluto has disrupted everything. Pluto is now here. Remember I said last week this is in his 6th house of bad luck, bad health. And bad health, if you get a Mars here with bad health, maybe you get in a car accident, but you recover. If you have like a Venus transit here, maybe you'll have a problem with your thyroid or your kidneys. It's not like a total blow. This is a total blow. This is something that permanently changes, disables, destroys. And what's happening, so that's it, like I think it's at 1 Aquarius right now. It is exactly disrupting this pattern of making a deal. I get all the stuff. I'm not going to give you any money. And, oh, you're going to oppose me? Well, then I'm going to hurt you. This Pluto is disrupting this whole thing. This is like his superpower. He can't figure out, there goes my throat, why he can't make this stuff work and why he can't get people to just toe the line. I mean, they are kind of, but you guys can tell that he's just really weak in office now. He's like very alone. Like we get scared because they have consolidated power, which they have, but they're a bunch of yahoos. They don't know what's going on, and it makes them vulnerable because the minute one of those things goes out, oh, I just got from Milley, that's the strike point. Because they've consolidated so much power, you have less points where you have less points of opposition. It makes it easier to strike because you have all those things gathered in one place, those multiple departments. Kind of like having the military all gathered in one place. So this has been permanently disrupted, and he hates it. He hates it so much. Shelby Lisa, wonder what Blackburn did for Rump to have so much power over her. Hers has been ongoing since she was a senator. This is stuff that goes like to NRA. This is like transnational mob stuff. Because she's always voted to not fund the ATF. She's voted against healthcare, against people. It's because they need the money. This is just a money game to them. It has nothing to do about serving the people. And she's paid overseas. She has to get in line and do what she's supposed to do. And she's been doing it for a long time. I can't remember the stuff, but there's a lot of it there. So this has been clobbering him. Okay, this full moon Aries was a whopper, especially coming up from these eclipses into the quarter crisis moon, like I shared in depth with you guys last week, because it is also activating many synods and cycles that have been going back powerfully just even to 2020, which is a big reset. It's like everything came to a point at that quarter moon to full moon, and things are stuck. They're stuck. They don't want anyone to know they're stuck, but they're stuck. There's some panic going on over there. But this Pluto has disrupted so much of it. And so what do we have now? We have Mars in Scorpio at 10 degrees, which is another punch to the gut. Right now we've got Mars here, undercover, hovering over Donald, squaring his Mars, the thing that energizes him. And it's squaring off with Pluto. So it's agitating that Pluto, which agitates this even more. It irritates that bad luck, bad fortune. I feel like it's kind of makes things accelerate because there's so much irritation going on. But I want to look at this Mars and Scorpio. No. I need this. Oh, thank you, Priscilla. Priscilla. Okay. I want to know how this is behaving, what this Mars and Scorpio is doing, because as it moves on, this transit, this whole Mars transit, I said, I think 2 lives ago, it's like the entire world of Washington, D.C. is balancing on this fulcrum and until Mars in Scorpio to 15 degrees is going to do that. Then it's going to do the next 15 degrees there. But everything that Mars does, it's like everything in the world of DC depends on Mars with this huge whopper of a hit that nobody can really see because it's underground. That was Milley. Milley was like Mars. So what's going to happen? So it's going to square this Mars, and then it's going to irritate some more that Mars-Pluto. Donald's superpowers are getting stretched out. They can't really connect. And then it's going to square that. It's going to square his ascendant. Jeez Louise. Okay. I just want to know what this Mars is doing to him. Okay. Mars in Scorpio is doing this in the 3rd house. And is shooting daggers towards Donald. Donald cannot stand this. That is so very irritating to him. This energizes him. But it's... Seven of Swords. Theft. Stealing. Rewriting. I just suddenly felt like this was like breadcrumbs. They left breadcrumbs. Somebody left breadcrumbs to figure out what this person is doing. That Temperance card showed up early with Ramstein. Catching Donald in the act of the stuff that he takes from other countries, stealing. And there's your conspiracy. So this Mars in Scorpio, conspiracy, 3rd house, is the 5 of Wands. Holy shite, you guys. Holy shite. Mars and Scorpio ain't playing. It is here to F things up. And the 5 midway to the 10, it's like destroying things and cutting them in half. I think this is why everyone's so scared in the White House. Holy crap. It's also inflammation. And it is shooting this stuff off to Donald's Mars. The King of Cups. For Donald, this is Putz. It's his birthday. I think Putz is demanding stuff. And he is like, this is what energizes him. He can't get going what he set out to do with the Kupiku. This is his Kupiku. And Putz, here goes my throat. Okay. Queen the Empress, confirmation. Okay. And because he's like, it's my birthday. Okay. Is Putz agitating Donald for favors? Do this for me. Is Putz agitating Donald? Do this for me. Donald just doesn't know what to do. He's exhausted by this. Donald. Oh, protect my energy, protect my energy. Donald. Do you think you can deliver for Putz? Donald, do you think you can deliver for Putz? Do you think you can deliver for Putz what he wants? Whatever your new world is together. No, he does not think he can deliver. And that is making his brain, I just feel like his brain wants to explode. Making his brain, oh boy. Oh, these are all right side. It's making his brain 5 of Pentacles reverse. What is that? I can't. So the 5 of Pentacles. Oh, look at these 5 of Pentacles. So this is supposed to be him, Putz, G, MBS, Cutter. Like all out. Yeah. Okay, so that was supposed to be them all on the inside together, leaving everybody out. He's put a lot of thought and planning into this. However, it makes his brain want to separate in all of these different places because he cannot fulfill the job. Oh boy. So that's not good. Okay, what happens? Mars completes her transit, agitating the heck out of Donald. What do we have here? Saturn return. We've come full circle. Saturn return. Does this have to do with... Oh, I just got this. Yeah, this goes back to Russia. And I'm getting Jack Smith. It's like everything is compiled, but we still cannot see it. Man, that is just so interesting. Prayers for Dolly and her health. Yes. Yes, please. Dolly is from my part of East Tennessee. Double confirmation, Queen the Empress. Mars and Scorpio, LFG, yeah! Backfire. Paisley, what is the punishment for not doing his job? I assume that for not delivering. I just see him melting. He's weak in the knees. He can't stand. I think his punishment is having to live with himself. Can I get a card for what's his punishment? I just heard a sad trombone. Wah, wah. The North Node. Life's purpose. I'm thinking about USA North Node at Leo 6. Oh boy. So, going back to talking about this. USA Leo is at 6 Leo. So it's been in between these two, I'm sorry, it's so messy. These two clusters of planets and how they function for Donald. And this is why he's been able to bludgeon the nation, the people, the money, what he wants to do. But, I'm not going to pay people during whatever. He doesn't want to pay people. He just assumes this is all his own and then hurts the nation. Pluto in Aquarius is serving to disrupt that, and it's giving USA North Node some breathing room to, it's like it bounces up. It's like elbows up, you guys, Canada. It's like it bounces off and it doesn't have staying power. Holy crap. So if this is USA North Node, and where we're planning to go, Pluto in the 6th house of bad luck for Donald. It's really effing things up. Oh, look at that. It's separating. Pluto is separating this shite. And so the United States, as a consequence to Donald, what does this do? You're sticking out. Where do you belong? Okay. Oh, the Queen of Cups. That's the United States of America. Would like to have a word with you. We've got some consequences. Okay. USA North Node, elbows up. I'm Jello, you're glue. Everything you do bounces off of me and sticks to you, Donald. The Four of Wands, the White House. Our North Node of the United States was meant to have a White House that functioned like this. It wasn't destroyed and there is no gaudy ballroom next to it. This is how it's supposed to be. And the consequences for doing what you did with the White House, we have the Page of, I just got Donald Jr., Page of Pentacles, the judgments on his children. Oh my gosh, is their challenge with... These are the people that took money overseas. You know, like that whole thing I just talked about. This was their plan to have their coup on the world, leaving people out. They're definitely going to have to pay for this. And I just don't feel Donald anywhere because I think maybe he's not here. What's crowning all this? The Fool. Remember, this was a thing he wants to head off with Putz, but he can't. And he's just so deflated. That's it. You guys can't believe this. Joy, I want the Rose Guard back. It'll come back. Zane, a downward trombone glissando is the sound effect that sums up his presidency. Is that a wah like that? Queen Empress, global scandal exposed. Thank you. Thank you. So that's what Mars in Scorpio is working so hard on. She's at 10 degrees. She's got 20 more degrees to go. And about 5 degrees, the tone of what she's doing is going to switch because that was USA solar return chart. That's what it was. The USA solar return chart was balancing on the 14, 15 degree mark of Scorpio. So that's going to change. It's like we got all the evidence here, the tangibles, the comms, the everything, the EPC. And now when it moves to here, works on USA defense. And then it goes into Sagittarius, which has to do with the law enforcement, and extremists. Hello. Okay. Thank you, Beverly. Oh my gosh, it's 9 o'clock. Okay, you guys, let's take our break. We're going to take a 3-minute break. And because I haven't been able to do a Terrascope yet, we'll just do one on the full moon Aries in DC, okay? So, oh my gosh, I finally got Taylor out of my head. We'll see if she comes back. She's so funny. Anybody listen to her new Life of a Showgirl? I had a harder time with the first couple songs, but I absolutely love, is it like Eldest Daughter and then Ruin a Friendship? Those are really good. So we are taking I am not ready. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. I know that one. That's okay, Electra. Yeah. I love that Taylor Swift's, what I love so much is her energy. Donald cannot hold a candle to her popularity, and she is the symbol, the thing that brings together so many generations of women together in an unbreakable bond, and in a space that has to do with life and living. It doesn't matter if you like her or not. It's that this powerful stream of energy that she has, and she does that around the globe. It's like you can just start listening to her music, and it's like, oh my gosh, all these people are listening to her music, and it's like they go straight to that place of positivity and creativity. You know, she's a really good role model, I think, in that regard. So anyway, 3 minutes, we're back. Yes, you can like her boyfriend. Okay, let's do this full moon over Washington, D.C. I mean, in these eclipse points at the top and bottom of the chart, I mean, not eclipse, the top and bottom of the chart, this full moon, it's not an eclipse, but holy balls, you guys, this is eclipse point itself. That's what it's resting on, is eclipse energy. And I just, my goodness. Okay, so remember I was talking about, where is it? That Mars that's 10 degrees Scorpio. Asteroid, hello. At this full moon, asteroid Washington, as in George Washington, conjunct Donald's Mars. It's almost like if he had a hammer, he's going clang, clang. It's like he's just banging away at something related to whatever that is. What other asteroids were here? America was at 16. So it's agitating this. Let's see. Do we have anything else here? We have President Grant. Is right in between Mercury and Mars, getting the job done. I never want to hear that he was the worst president ever, because I guess there was corruption. Hello, he was trying to bring a nation together, and he gave us the 14th Amendment and that KKK clause that now, modern day, they're all trying to dismantle. He did a wonderful job. Okay, so let's we haven't done, oh my Lord. Okay, no, there's Osiris, kind of a harbinger of death, on the 12th house cusp, a hidden death. That is very interesting. Okay. Here we go. What am I doing? Put this over here. Purple Allegria 7. The Stephen Miller Plenary Powers comment is really too damn much. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I don't know what that is. Admit he's taken full... It's horrific. But you know what? I feel like he's like, I finally got it. Like, you know, capture the flag. I got it. It's mine. And then it's like, whoop, it gets taken out of his hands. You guys, he does not have it very long. for very short term. Okay, you want to know if the U.S. will get back all the national antiques and artifacts that Trump has stolen and probably sold. I don't think we're going to get all of them. Maybe over time, it's going to take some negotiation. Because some stuff we don't know where it went. Denise loves her new album. Okay. Full Moon Aries. What's going on here? We have. Now, this is Washington, D.C. It does not. What's the secret going on in D.C.? Ooh. What's a thing that's building up? That's the hidden enemy. We have networks. This is usually the people over here. That feels solid. Oh my gosh. What gives life to this chart? We have a yod. That was showing up all over today, earlier today when, I got that bing noise and plans going forward. So there's a yod, which means it is point directly that way. Yod, water element. These are usually Americans sharing stuff overseas, like crossing our water boundaries. Venus. I just got Donald's health. Oh boy, first house. Yeah. So this there's going to be a big concentration around Donald's health. And I just got talking overseas with other people what to do. Remember, because I did that reading and why they had, or maybe I didn't post it yet. Why they had that meeting at J.D. Vance's so that he could get caught up on what's going on. First house usually is Donald. We have. There's that North Node. What was this? USA North Node we just talked about. That to me is like focusing on the plan, where we're headed in D.C. Oh, I just got shut down too. Things that are being problematic with the shutdown. What are we doing here? So Uranus genius. So usually this is like a lightning bolt, something out of thin air. This is a secret. So to me, this is like something, I keep wanting to say strategic, that's going to burst. This is what's rising up. Oh boy. Libra. Scales of justice. It's Putin's birthday. It says, elections. We have the 11th house. What's going on in DC? My gosh, this Mercury card. All these plans and discussions and negotiations. What's crowning DC? Oh boy. Provocations. So there's going to be a lot more provocation and crap coming out of the White House. And it's just there to incite pain and provoke. And the 9th house, there's an abundance of crap going on with the legal system, overseas, investigations. But who came up with that? I was seeing that. Who was I seeing that with? Oh, maybe that was at the quarter moon. Shared debts and resources. Oop. So shared debts, resources, death. Things that are taboo, espionage. Looking at partners. There's that Saturn return again. Something is coming back to roost, you guys. Chiron. So this is public servants. Oh boy, I just got this. I think these are the EPSI. The pain of the EPSI files. House of the oh my goodness, this is Moon. So if this is the office of the President of the United States, you upright, these are things that have been going on for a long time. On its side, that seems short-lived to me. Boy, USA Defense. Oh my gosh. Okay. Something out of the blue is going to happen, you guys. And it's shocking. And this was feeding Donald. I think there's something is happening with Donald's health, you guys. Jupiter return benefits. These usually work together in concert. The substance of what's happening. Okay. Neptune sacrifice. So sometimes these are deaths. It has been representing migrants. It's here in the second house, so I think this might relate to the shutdown. Donald is not going to be able to manage this the way that he wants to. Huh. Is this signifying I need to know if this is signifying an attack. Is this moon void of course? Is that signifying an attack? Is that signifying an attack? Is this signifying an attack? No, it's not an attack. Does this signify Donald's health? Yeah, it's Donald's health. Donald's health. Something shocking comes out of the blue. Is this the substance of this? Does that represent democracy? Does that represent democracy? Like democracy is being totally sacrificed. Oh boy. The sacrifice of democracy. Does this have to do with the shutdown? Does this have to do with troops to Chicago? Does this have to do with troops to Memphis? Oh boy, how about that? So this is what's at stake. This is the reveal. Holy crap. Does this have to do with the EPSI files? Does this have to do with public servants and EPSI files? The EPSI. Does that have to do with public servants and the EPSI files? Well, that turned yes right away. Ooh. Yeah, it's going to be a wild one, you guys. I know it's really hard. Please, please, please take a break. Your body does not deserve one more ounce of adrenaline flowing through it and anger because of Donholio. Get out there and work this energy out of you because it is taxing on your body. Things may get kind of worse. It may be kind of hard, but it really seems like we are at a tipping point. I don't know how Donholio's body holds up because I know that first time if he did not have medical staff there, I swear to God, he would have been gone. He is literally on borrowed time. So that's that. How are you guys doing? Oh, whoops. What time is it? 9:22. Do we have anything else? Charlie, you said October 7th before. Something for Donald. That would be, I think, the sun comes in opposition to his Venus. You know, and Venus has to do with the substance of your body. Can I get a card for October 17th? And Donald. Let's get a card for October 17th and Donald, because this has come up before, you guys. Okay. What's going on with October 17th with Donald's health? Oh, you can't. I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't be laughing, but oh my gosh. So, this is October 17th. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, holy crap. Lisa Shelby has a wealthy friend who's predicting a stock market crash on November 19th. So the sun will be like 28, 27, 28 Scorpio. Show me the stock market come that Neptune card. Sacrifice. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know what this means. This is just what came up. And I don't even want to touch this. Okay, maybe I will. What's going on? Why are you poking out? Oh, you want to be there. Okay, so this is a give and take. The Six of Pentacles, money and how they're balancing transactions. I feel like this is totally playing the stock market. A conspiracy playing the stock market. It's crowning this stock market. Ten of Cups. We have all that we could possibly want to have. We are filled up. Is this the Republican Party? No. Families. It's just there. Like all the money that's being made. Past Two of Swords, separating people from money. There is strength there. Ay. So there's past, present, future, death, endings. My goodness. Give me 3 cards. 1, 2. Oh my gosh. Queen of Pentacles, 2 Pentacles. I just feel like this entity, it's been in balance, but it gets hit. I don't know if it's an outside entity that hits it. What is this Ace of Wands? It's getting hit how? By secrets. I think there's something nefarious going on here, that maybe they've finally, whatever they've been rigging behind the scenes, maybe that is what's... Or it could be an end that we clobber someone. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Mars has a lot of work to do in Scorpio. Mercury is there. I think Mercury goes retrograde. But Scorpio is a money sign. So is Taurus. I'm not sure what Gemini or Uranus. retrogrades back into Taurus. But okay, so that's it, you guys. I'm glad I came live. We got to chit chat, see what's going on, catch our breath, visit with everybody in the forest. Don't really like this one so much, but there's still time. There is still time, okay? So, yes. Thank you, Shelby. Yes, thank you guys for coming out. Boy, this is really on delay here. Thank you, Cynthia. Good night, everyone. And Carrie. Have a good evening. Thank you, Debbie M. I like all those hearts. Electra, next time we can talk about flights being canceled and delayed due to workers. Thank you, Charlie. Hope rules. It absolutely does. Thank you, Paisley. Thank you, Just Joy. Yes, next time, Force Dwellers, be quiet as a force. Okay, we'll see you guys later. Bye.